Hare Krishna, sorry for being late today. So today we'll see Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna 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 Mate Radha Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna 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 Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे मुखम करोति वाचालं पंगुम लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्री गुरुं दीनतारिणे. So today we'll see verse number 18 of chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. So let us chant the shloka. कर्मण्य अकर्म यः पश्येद्
कर्मण्य कर्म यः पश्येत्
कर्मणि च कर्म यः
अकर्मणि च कर्म यः
स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु
स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु
स युक्त कृत्स्न कर्मकृत्.
स युक्तः न कर्मकृत्.
कर्मणि अकर्म यः पश्येद् अकर्मणि च कर्म यः
अकर्मणि च कर्म यः
स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु
स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु
स युक्त कृत्स्न कर्मकृत्.
स युक्तः न कर्मकृत्.
Please chant.
कर्मण्य कर्म यः पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्म यः स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु स युक्तः न कर्मकृत्.
Anyone else?
कर्मणि अकर्मय पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्मयः स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु स युक्तः कृष्ण कर्मकृत्.
Okay, so translation and purport. One who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent among the men. He is in transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. Purport. A person acting in Krishna consciousness is naturally free from all bonds of karma. His activities are performed for Krishna and therefore he does not enjoy or suffer any effects of work. Consequently, he is intelligent in human society, even though he is engaged in all sort of activities for Krishna. Akarma means without reaction to work. The impersonalist ceases fruitive activities out of fear, so that resultant action may not be stumbling block on the path of self-realization. But the personalist who rightly his position, who knows, personalist knows rightly his position as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he engages himself in activities of Krishna consciousness. Because everything is done for Krishna, he enjoys only transcendental happiness in the discharge of his services. Those who are engaged in this process are known to be without desire for personal sense gratification. The sense of eternal relation, servitorship to Krishna makes one immune to all sort of reactionary elements of the work. So Krishna explaining to Arjuna about the action, what is action, what is inaction, and he explained about the karma. So karma in general can be mean an activity. And so Krishna, yesterday's shloka we saw, Krishna told that should know what is Karmano hi bodhavyam. You should know what is karma, what is vikarma, what is akarma. You should know all these three things when you are understanding the karma. Now, further, he is telling about the how the action should be done and who is the person who knows what is action. So, who is Buddhiman Manushya? So, who is intelligent among the men? Who knows that this sentence is very interesting. Karmanya akarma yah pashet. Akarmani cha karmaya. So, who can see inaction in action and action in inaction. So, it's Bhagavad Gita, as we know, it's very um, mind or brain twister. We have to understand each sentence of Bhagavad Gita. So this sentence, like inaction in action. So you are doing some. So when you do some here, action means karma. So karma, we saw that it's karma, vikarma, and akarma. So karma can be divided. Any action can be divided into good action or bad action. So pious activity or impious activity, the which have the results. So you do good activity, you get good results. You do bad activity, you get bad results. Also, akarma, Krishna told in yesterday's shloka that akarma means action which does not create any reaction. Right. So when this first line, inaction in action. So even if you are doing any activity, you are not getting any resultant reaction. So that is what we say inaction in action. So though you are doing several activities, you are not um getting affected by the reactions of the work. uh, and action in inaction. So what activities that you are supposed to do, you are not doing, that will give you reaction. So for example, to see if you are in the police, okay, and the police has duty to stop the robbery, stop the bad activities. So if a policeman sees somebody stealing some things, so what he's supposed to act and catch that person who is doing the wrong activity. But if policeman sees that wrong activity is going on and he does not do any action, so this is what inaction. So, but the policeman is supposed to catch the thief and he's not doing that. So even if he does not act, the result will come of his inaction. So uh, if the law will ask him, why didn't you act when you were there? So he will get punishment for that inaction. So actually by not acting, he acted in a wrong way. So policeman correct action is to catch and he didn't do, so he became inactive. But by becoming inactive, he created reaction for himself because he acted in a wrong way. Krishna is telling to Arjuna in the similar way that as a Kshatriya, you have your dharma to act. Mm. So if you act in that way, then you will not get any reaction. So that is what inaction in action. So though you are acting or you are doing your karma, you will not get bound by the reaction of that karma. But Arjuna, if you don't fight, so Arjuna is saying that I will not fight. So, but Arjuna, if you don't fight and take this step, then you will be bound because Arjuna is not doing his dharma. Right. So a person who knows all these complicated, yesterday's it was like Gahana Vishayo Karma. The Vishay or the subject of karma is very difficult to understand. But a person who understands how the action should be done, he is intelligent among the men. So even if he is acting in this world, he will not get any reaction. So Arjuna, as a Kshatriya, and as his dharma of fighting, if he fights the war and even if he kills several soldiers of the enemy parties, he's not going to get any reaction. So his action is, or his action of fighting the war is a correct action. So it is inaction in action. Even if he acts, he is not going to get any reaction. So Arjuna has the choice. And so to understand this sentence, right, we can always think of Arjuna. If he does not fight, that means he's doing inaction. But by not fighting, he will be blamed for not carrying out his dharma. So that is a reaction. And Krishna gives him the examples that people will talk about your infamy. They will say that you have run out of the battlefield only of the fear. So all this is reaction. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that you deciding not to fight the war is not a intelligent choice. So if you are really intelligent, if you are buddhiman, then you will fight according to dharma, and in that way you will be free from any reactions of the uh, karma. So here Srila Prabhupada also mentions that if Arjuna fights the war for dharma, he is not fighting for the his own benefit, but for a higher purpose of establishing the dharma. So similarly, when we do several activities in our life day to day, if all our activities are dedicated for the higher purpose, then we are not getting to bound by it. But if we do the activities for our own sense gratification, I want this, I want that. So for that, if you start doing the activities, then the reaction is going to come. So if you do good activity, you will enjoy. If you do bad activity, you will suffer, and the cycle will keep going on. Because you become the owner of the action. But if you act on behalf of Krishna, or on behalf or in a way to glorify Krishna, then you are working for the higher purpose, and there you don't have your own interest in the result of all the activities. So a buddhiman manushya is an intelligent person is who acts for Krishna, or who acts for fulfilling the purpose of Krishna. So I have to maintain my family, my wife and my kids, because God has given them to me, and it is my responsibility to take care of them. So when you have this consciousness, then you are connected in taking care of your family to the higher purpose. So there, you don't want to enjoy your family for yourself. So you become slowly free of your karma, or reaction of this activity. So actions done in Krishna consciousness are free of reactive karma, and that slowly takes us out towards the higher consciousness. So Krishna will try to continue to explain Arjuna about how he should act. So all he's telling, all the Bhagavad Gita, he's telling Arjuna to act. So there should be action. So now how he will act, so that he will be while acting or while doing any activity, he will also be released from that activity's results. That Krishna will tell to Arjuna in next few shlokas. So that we'll see from tomorrow. Thank you very much. Again, sorry for becoming a little late today to start. So any comments, any questions? I hope this shloka is clear to everyone. A little bit. The words are very interesting.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Inaction means akarma, right?
Yes, inaction means not only akarma, it can be vikarma also, right? Like the example we saw, police not doing their duty is a vikarma. That is also inaction, but that is going to bring you reaction. But the first part, that inaction in action, means not getting attached to the results. So then it will be a karma.
Okay. And action in inaction is like
So
vikarma.
yeah, it's
No.
it's vikarma because you are supposed to do, but you are not doing, so you are going to get bind by the reaction.
Okay. It's confusing. Okay. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Mm. Okay, Hare Krishna, thank you very much for joining. And so we'll see tomorrow what exactly Krishna tells Arjuna about how to act. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank